Hey guys, I'm Barry. I had an interesting thought. Maybe some people have thought about that, but I was reading the Bible with some people this morning, and it occurred to me that people who are coming to Christ, maybe you were with Christ at one point, and then you kind of strayed away, and then you're coming back to Christ later on in your life, or you've never really been introduced to Christ, and now you're coming to Christ for the first time. It is there is this weird agreement that sometimes when you have a coming to Christ, your struggles seem to get a little harder. And so there was a nice discussion that we had, and there's a both sides to this that I can understand. Yes, it does say in the Bible that if you fully surrender to God, put on the full armor of God, evil will flee from you. Yes. But even in the book of Job, God gave Satan the permission, the authority to torment Job. Job had surrendered to God. And so, in a coming to Christ, there is an understanding in yourself, I think, in prayer, in your relationship with God, in who you believe God thinks you are. But there might be times when some of the struggles that you're going through are tests. They are literally a measure of your character, your will, and your strength, your actual faith, in how serious you are in coming back and in following God, Jesus. And so it is an accurate statement to say that those who are coming back to or coming to Christ may have struggles. Satan may appearingly do his best to increase their deception on that person, to increase their distractions on that person, getting their mind away from thinking about Jesus Christ and God. Yeah, I do believe that will happen. I also believe that learning how to surrender and fully trust God may be something that comes later, but will happen in that progression of coming back to Christ. It's hard to have faith in something that that's brand new to you. It's hard to walk in this light that I've never walked in before. I've just been coming back to Christ, but just seriously, less than a year. Has it really been like God's talking to me now? And you might go through struggles. Some people, when they come to Christ, everything goes great. Everything seems to fall into place. Their house comes back into order. Peace is now something that they just get. Some people, when they come to Christ, Satan, for some reason, becomes very angry, it feels like. And everything seems to be doing what they can. Every simple step for somebody else becomes 100 times harder for you now. And so it's just simple. It may not even be tragedy or catastrophe. It could be every little thing, every day, distraction, deception, distraction. And Satan has a way of just laying that on thick, getting your mind so busy that you're not even thinking about how you can serve Christ. And so there comes this time in coming to Christ, through my experience, where you're not going to know who you are anymore. You're not going to know what to do. Your old self is dead. These old habits are gone. But this new person that you are now is so brand new that you don't know him. So sometimes in coming to Christ, when you feel like you're getting lost, you're not actually lost. You're actually meeting the new you and figuring out who this new you is going to be. And that can be scary sometimes. That can be really scary. But yes, there may be times when Satan's going to lay it on you. He's losing, and he's going to panic. And he's going to do what he can within his own power to figure out how to get you to think that it's okay for you to stop, to give up on Christ. Because his biggest deception is getting you to think that this was a decision from your own mind. And so I just figured I wanted to do a quick video today about getting through some of these spiritual struggles that you might go through. It's going to get easier. But simply recognizing that your struggle apparently coincides with the closeness of Christ. When you can recognize that the closer you become to Christ, this struggle becomes harder and harder. It becomes easier to then lay the struggle at the feet of Christ. Sometimes it's the struggle. Maybe this is the test. I don't know. Because the struggle itself does not come from God. The distractions, the hurdles, the barriers that are seemingly too high to climb, that's not coming from Christ. But sometimes being faced, just like Jesus Christ was tempted by Satan himself, sometimes you've got to face that yourself to truly finally understand how much you're going to need to depend on God and Jesus Christ. You are going to have to pray. You are going to have to read the Word. Because then you will find peace even in the struggle. But then when you find that peace in the struggle, it becomes easier and the struggle pulls away. I don't know how to explain this, guys. Wear the full armor of Christ. But it's easier said than done. I don't want to be a fake Christian. I don't want to only teach sugar-coated stuff or spread sugar-coated gospel. I want to share His Word and His Word alone, not mine. I want it to come from the utmost high. I want hard truth, conviction, and transformation. That is my objective here. And I'm going to let everyone know that if you are atheist and your perception is that you become Christian and then, they just do it because everything becomes easy for them. No, it does not. It does not become easier. It's actually easier for me to go back to my old self than it would be to continue down this path, but I'm not going to do it. because I don't want to be a bad person. I belong to Jesus Christ. I belong to God. And I feel it. And Satan is going to be upset at that. Your friends are going to be upset at that. So when in the Bible it says, surrender fully to Jesus Christ, and evil will flee from you, I do believe there are still times you will be tested. Now, I don't have a full understanding on this, so I come to you guys. I want to hear your comments. So, if the struggle still continues, do you believe you haven't fully surrendered to Jesus Christ or to God? Or is it like a Job situation? Or even with Jesus Christ, when Satan himself had permission from God to test Jesus Christ. In fact, I'm very open to your comments and your opinions on this one. I haven't enough information for myself to really form a true opinion on this. Just I can only let you know my brain processes right now. But I'm very curious as to what it is you perceive from the scripture in this manner. And I would really like to hear from you guys. Thank you guys for watching. To all of the people who have subscribed, thank you very much. I do know there's a group of people who are watching and haven't subscribed, so just go ahead, hit the subscribe button. It's absolutely free. Like and share this video with anyone you think may benefit from this video. And let me know what you guys think in the comments. I'll see you guys on the next video.